Hello again, and welcome to the latest bulletin from Haverhill UK News, brought to you by Haverhill TV. In the news for today, Tuesday, August the 6th, a county councillor is joining forces across the party divide with Haverhill Town Council to oppose the Vision 2031 planning document for the town's future. Police are asking for the public to help them nab nuisance moped riders in the town centre. And is your group in need of some cash to help provide youth activities or improve the local environment? Grants are up for grabs from ONE Haverhill. Haverhill UKIP County Councillor Tony Brown has closed his petition against the Vision 2031 planning document and joined forces cross-party with the Labour-controlled Town Council to oppose it. In the process, he has slammed the Haverhill Area Working Party of St Edmundsbury Borough Council as not fit for purpose because of its failure to challenge the document robustly enough. Councillor Brown said he thoroughly welcomed Haverhill Town Council's critical comments sent last week to St Edmundsbury planners, as the document, with public comments, is prepared for sending to a government planning inspector for approval. He praised the Town Council's hard work in exposing the weaknesses of Vision 2031, the document which would govern development in Haverhill for the next 20 years. Councillor Brown had criticised the document himself and had begun a petition against it, which he held a stall on the market for on Saturday. He's reached around 500 names, but decided to close the petition and send it off as a snapshot of local opinion after discussion with Haverhill Town Mayor Councillor Roger Andre. Councillor Brown said Councillor Andre had raised concerns that if the whole planning process of Vision 2031 was torpedoed, it might leave Haverhill open to unrestricted growth in the future. Councillor Brown said he agreed, and he would now throw his efforts into supporting the Town Council in achieving their common goals. Councillor Brown went on to criticise the Haverhill Area Working Party, which approved the document 2 months ago. He said very real questions had to be asked of the effectiveness and viability of the Working Party. As a collective, it did not seem to fit for purpose and had failed the town, he said. Haverhill Police are asking for help from the public in dealing with an increase in young bikers riding their mopeds noisily around the town centre in the evenings, causing a nuisance. They have received an increase in complaints from the public about the antisocial behaviour of mainly young people riding 50cc mopeds noisily, revving and overtaking irresponsibly. Members of the public are urged to report anything they see which they consider dangerous. Police on foot patrol have little chance of apprehending any moped riders, but if members of the public can manage to note down a registration number, they can track down the rider. The problem is mainly in the town centre after the shops close, but has also spread into the outskirts of the town. It is different from the seasonal problem of dangerous off-roading motorbikes around the Ladygate or Wilsey areas, because the mopeds are mostly new and roadworthy. Police are appealing for information after several items were stolen, including jewellery, watches, cash and bank cards from a house in Kirtling Place. The items were taken between 11:45 p.m. on Friday and 6:45 a.m. the following morning. Police believe that access was gained into the property via a downstairs window. The house was searched and the items were stolen. If you saw anything suspicious in the area or have any information relating to this burglary, please contact DC Andrew Day at Bury St Edmunds on 101 or Crime Stoppers anonymously on 0800 555 111. And police are also appealing for information after an attempt was made to enter a property by jemmying a rear window in Withersfield Road. The attempt was made between 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. If you were in the area at the time and saw anything suspicious or have information relating to this incident, please contact DC Rebecca Meliso at Bury St Edmunds on 101 or Crime Stoppers anonymously on 0800 555 111. And now for some more of your comments in our regular feature, Sound Off. There's quite a lot of different things we've been talking about this week. The Wanderer questions the music event on the Market Square on Saturday, saying, I note that the first outdoor music event takes place on Saturday evening on the Market Square. Normally drinking is prohibited in this area. Why should it be any different when this family event is being held? Those that want to drink only have to frequent licensed premises either side of the square. But DeAndre replies, "Because it's nice to have a drink outside on a summer evening while listening to music. I don't see the problem." Hear, hear. JXB agrees with Councillor Tony Brown that Haverhill Area Working Party, or HAWP, is not much use, saying HAWP should be disbanded and whatever they're supposed to do incorporate into something more meaningful. If not, then at least fill it with people who actually represent the best interests of the town, or even live somewhere near the town, and not just people who wanted to get elected by standing for any seat available. Aaron reports on efforts to get the town tidied up, saying, "Went out today with Gordon Cox and 2 people from the council's waste management and properties section to look around the High Street area. The idea was to highlight a number of issues that have been raised and hopefully have them sorted out by St Edmundsbury Council. We mainly focused on weeds growing in the car parks and the bottle banks in the car park at the bus station and outside the Co-op pharmacy." You can find a lot more detail about what they saw and what is to be done by going to the message boards and reading the whole post. But it includes getting rid of the ivy on the elm trees outside the sports centre. Well, there's a lot of support for what Aaron and Councillor Cox are doing, but I Like Trains sounds one warning note, saying, "If you cut the ivy at its base, instead of having dead elms outside the sports centre, we'll have dead elms covered in dead ivy, and a lot of homeless birds and possibly bats." Meanwhile, TB has some great news on the local wildlife front, saying, "I was walking my Jack Russell through East Town Park this morning at 9:15 a.m. By the footbridge over the brook, I looked down into the water, thinking that I saw a water vole. It was a big otter, over 2 feet long, just swimming along as if it owned the place. Head out of the water, it wasn't bothered by me in the slightest. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I've phoned Suffolk Wildlife and the Stour Valley Project, and as far as they are aware, this is the first sighting in Haverhill. They have been seen in Wixow previously, but not in the Stour Brook. I'm amazed. I know that there are a lot of fish in the brook. I should think that it's been a long while since there's been otters in Haverhill." Remember, you heard it here first. Keep those comments coming by going to www.haverhill-uk.co.uk and clicking into the local issues message board. And finally, there's a chance for groups and organisations to access extra cash to help with youth activities projects or environmental improvements. Community groups and organisations in Haverhill that need funding for projects which improve opportunities for young people or improve the physical environment of the town are being urged to submit their applications for a ONE Haverhill grant. Groups can apply for up to £5,000 from a special grant pot made available to ONE Haverhill by St Edmundsbury Borough Council to fund projects that are complementary to the Haverhill Community Budget Plan priorities. Community groups can now apply, and the deadline for applications is midday on Thursday, September the 12th. Applications will be considered from groups which meet 3 or more key criteria. They must also demonstrate that the funding will make a real difference to the people of Haverhill, have clear objectives and plans for the project, and how they will measure its effectiveness. ONE Haverhill has been distributing grants with money made available by St Edmundsbury Borough Council for 2 years now, but in June it announced the grant scheme from now on would be aligned to the 2 priorities in the Community Budget Plan. For more information about the grant funding criteria, including application forms, visit www.onehaverhill.co.uk/community-grants. Or call Nick Keeble or Will Austin on 01440 712 858. And now over to Abby for the rest of the week's weather.
Thank you, David. Here is the local weather forecast for the next few days. Wednesday will be cloudy, daytime temperatures reaching 21 degrees, dropping to 12 degrees at night. Thursday, returning to bright sunshine with a daytime temperature of 21 degrees, dropping to 15 degrees during the night. Friday, a mixture of sunshine and clouds throughout the day, with temperatures reaching 21 degrees, dropping to 13 degrees at night. Back to you, David.
Thanks for that, Abby. That's all for today, but join us again on Friday, and meantime keep in touch by going to www.haverhill-uk.co.uk or following us on Twitter.